Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we will cover some useful property related to background, related to font, and related to text. Okay, so let's see first background property. Now there are various property related to background of your web page. Okay, for example, color, background image, repeat, attachment, position. Let's see it in detail. Now if you want to set color of your background of your any element in your web page, okay, then you can set it using background color property of CSS. For example, this one is code snippet, okay, and you want to set color red for your body element in your web page. Okay, so what does it mean? Whatever content will be displayed, it will have background color as a red. Now the thing is that you can set color in three format. Okay, over here you can see that this is also red, this is also red, and this is also red. Okay, so this is just color name. Okay, absolutely color name, then you can use it. For example, red, green, orange, blue, yellow, like this. Okay, if you want to use hexadecimal code, then also you can specify it like this in this format, or you can use RGB color format also. Okay, for example, I want to set my body element as color red. I can set it and this will be my output. Okay, like this. After that, background image. In many web application, you have seen that there is one background image. Okay, for example, I just open some food related application. Okay, web application or whatever application. You can see that there is one background image of like pav bhaji, and middle text is written as a pav bhaji. Okay, order your food, like this. So this is how you can use this property as a background image. Okay, now generally these images are not usually as we use to specify image, but it use with some other property also. For example, if you want to set background image as a background image as a background image, then you have to take support of some other property also. For example, opacity, because background image is generally not seen as original image. Okay, you have to modify it in some other parameter also. But here now on time, let's just see what is background image. Okay, now if I want to set background image for my body section, then how can I do that? Background image colon, this is my property name, and within URL round parentheses I have to mention path to image, what I want to set as my background image. For example, over here path to image. Okay, so this is my image. For example, you just need to set your path. Okay, and it can be in double quotation also, or it can be in single quotation also. For example, this is my image and I want to set it as my background image, then this is the code that I just need to write, just a single line code. Okay, and you can see this output like this. Okay, now over here you can see this image is getting repeated over x direction as well as y direction. Okay, so what does it mean? Whenever you set background image property, it gets its default value of background repeat property. Okay, so let's just check background image repeat property. Okay, so this is a property name background repeat. By default its value is repeat, that's why this image was getting repeated. Okay, in both direction. But if you want it in only vertically repeated, you can use this by, if you want horizontally, if you want it in repeat in only horizontally or vertically, you can set it using repeat dash x, repeat dash y. That means only in particular direction you want repetition of image. For example, repeat x, so this will be your output. Repeat y, so it will be get vertically repeated. Okay, like this. But if you don't want to repeat it at all, then you can just use no repeat. Okay, now let me show you some another property. that is fixed background image. Now in certain cases you have seen that your background images stick to your web page and you can scroll down your content. Okay, so this is the property to set this kind of flow. So background image, it can be fixed or it can be scrolled. Fixed, that means your image will be not scrolled when you scroll your content. Okay, now if you can set it as a scroll, then it will be scrolled. After that, background image positioning. Okay, a property set the starting position of a background image. Now how can you do that? Background position, over here I have set it as a top center. Okay, now there are 3 formats you can specify position. Okay, in terms of a pixel, in terms of a percentage, in terms of writing absolute property name, for example top, center. Okay, so this is the output. Now let me just show you how to use it. Now in this this is my HTML file. Okay, and let me just run this file, launch in Chrome. Okay, you can see that this is just my simple output of my HTML code. Now I want to apply style. Okay, where should I use style tag? In our head section. Okay, so this is our style tag complete. Now inside this I want to set background color for my body tag. So background color you can use in hexacode also. Okay, for example I don't know what color it is, but it should be 6 digit, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now let's just check is that color exist or not. Oh wow, okay, you can. Okay, let's just have some fun. This is, save it and just refresh it. Oh my god, what happened? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 digits are there. Okay, I think this is not any difference at all. Okay, you can set color like this also. You can set it in RGB format also. RGB. Now inside these brackets you can set value for this. For example 239 and 10. Okay, save it, refresh this. Okay, got it now. Okay, now let me just set your background image. But the question is, I have already set background color. Okay, now is that possible that I can set background image? Okay, let's just check it. There is one folder called image and there is one file 1.jpg. okay, like this, and just apply it at, oh wow. Now let me just set another property. Background no, opacity. I am just trying these. I don't know whether it will work or not. Okay, this should not happen. It is not. You can see that this is, say, oh, opacity is not working for our background image, but it is working for background color, but it is background image. It is working for our text. you can see that opacity, I have set opacity as 0. Okay, let me just remove this one, you can get it. Save F5. Okay, you can see that this color is it is in very light format. Okay, so this is how you can set opacity. For example, if I change save F5 like this, okay, and maximum opacity value is 1, that is your by default. This is like our original one. Okay, so opacity is just to make your element to be transparent, something like that. Now later, okay, now let me give it background image property, URL image, inside image 1.jpg. okay, F5. okay, but this is not working for image, it is just working for text. So bad. Now it is your work and also my work to find how to make your background image and to apply opacity property for your background image, not for text. Okay, so let's just exclude right now. And where were we? Okay, now background position. Okay, so I want it in the top center. Okay, like that, and F. No. Okay, I have to also set another property, as I have told you, background repeat, and whenever I use background image, it gets its default value for repeat is repeat in all direction. Okay, so I have to just mention it, no repeat, no repeat. Okay, save F5. you can see that our image is in top center side. Okay, now this is all about background repeat, and there is another property, background attachment. Okay, but if you want to scroll it, then you can set it as a scroll. If you want to fix it, set property as a fixed. Okay, now let's just back to continue. CSS font. Now in our HTML session, I have told there was one tag, font tag. Okay, and now in this font tag, you can set 3 attribute over here: font size, font face, and there was another thing, font family. Okay, so in HTML5, that tag was removed, and that part was included in your CSS section. What does it mean? You don't have to use font tag, but you can apply style to your font with CSS property also. There are various property in to decorate your font. For example, font color, font family, font size, font style, font weight, variant, like that. Okay, now font color, if you want to color your text, okay, just like that. For example, over here I want to set one property for D1 H1 tag and another. Okay, first let me do this. Okay, color is, let's say, yellow. Okay, you can get it, but I think I just need to change it blue, everyone's favorite one, I think. Okay, like that. Now after that, okay, over here, after that you can set font family also. Font family, that means what type of text you want to send, sans serif or Times New Romans, okay, or that there are various other font family also. You can use it of your choice. After that, font size, okay, it can be in terms of percentage, pixel or large. If I, for example, just let me set it as for H1 is just by default. So okay, let me add one paragraph tag over here, and this is practice session, okay, and I am just using over here p tag. For p tag I want to send font size x no, font size as large, okay. I can set it as, why it's not large, save it, refresh it, okay, but I think there is something that we are missing. Font size x large, okay, larger and large is also there, but it is not applicable to over here. Why? Font size large, okay, let me set this property over here. Style, whenever you get this kind of mess, that means you are applying property and you are not getting its output, then there are various way to cross check it. Font size, that is let me set 20 pixel, okay, and just remove this, save, and okay, this is getting okay. Now you can see the difference, okay, just check it, okay, this is working, so it should be working over here also. Font size, if it is not working, then it is just issue of getting priority, okay, F5, okay, now it is okay, okay. So this is all about font. Now after that, there is another property, that is font style, okay. It can be italic, for example, let me font style, that is italic. After that, font weight, okay, let me just show you over here. For p tag I want to set font style, okay. The font style, that is italic. After that, there is another property, font weight, that is font weight, that is okay, font weight is not this weight, but it is font weight, okay. So you can set it as a lighter or a bolder, like that, okay, getting it. Now after that, font variant, it can be small cap. Now after that, CSS text property. If you want to decorate your text, okay, if you want to decorate in terms of alignment, transforms, white space, word spacing, letter spacing, or line height, then you can set this property. Okay, so what is it? Text property. Now what is a text property? Line through, overline, underline, or none. Whenever you set this property, then you can use text decoration. Okay, so let me just use it over here. Text align, so I want it on right side. Okay, after that text decoration, and I want it through line through. This is not generally used. After that you can also put it as underline as well. Okay, there is not an issue. After that text indent. Now text indent, that means it is generally used for first line of your text. That means just like a paragraph type. Okay, first line will be just slightly indented. After that text align, right, justify, text, or center. Likewise, text transform property is used to specify uppercase and lowercase letter. For example, if you want this text in text transform, all are in uppercase. Okay, all are in uppercase. So this is property. Okay, let me just show you output of this. You can see this. This is some. Okay, you can left center, left top, save, F5. Okay, you can now see that. And for H1 tag, let me set margin top. Okay, margin top is 30 pixel. Save, refresh. Okay, but this is not where we are getting exact output that I want. Okay, let's just keep it over here. Just focus on this text property. Text alignment I have set right, that's why it is over right side. Okay, another property, it is line through. That means this is over here, there is line. After that it in uppercase, so all the alphabet are in uppercase. Now after that next property is white space. Okay, if you don't want to use break, then you can use white space, which allow you to prevent text from wrapping until you place a break into your text. Okay, so whenever you use break, then only your text will be wrapped. Okay, so you can use it if you require. After that word spacing, and another property is letter spacing. So let me just show you. Text letter spacing. Okay, and it is in terms of pixel also. You can see that over here this property is in pixel. So letter spacing is letter spacing, so it should be in just 3 pixel, so that you can get the output of it. After that word spacing 10 pixel. Save and refresh it. You can see that output, there is more space compared to previous one. Okay, and between letter also there is space increased. So this is your text property. After that line height, also you can set a height of line. Okay, it is also in terms of pixel. So up to this we have seen background property, font property, and text property. Okay, I have just used it, but if you want output it properly and practice it, then only you can remember property name, its value, and have you in which format with which value you use it, so that you can get your output in in useful manner. Okay, so look, whenever you use CSS property, it should be meaningful. For example, I have just used this format, okay, but this is not an exact way of using CSS. I have just used it just to show you how you can use this property name and how its value is reflected in your output. But whenever you apply it on your real web application, real web page, while creating web page, then you first you should have some prototype kind of thing, so that you can get exact look of your element. Okay, so just practice it and wait for my next session.